Good morning to everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about ALV reports and uh, top of page event and how can we fill the field catalog internal table in the real time. Okay, and today we will discuss one more event user command. Before that one, here click on execute button, and here if you see here the sales document number is coming like all zeros 49, but after that one triple dot is coming. Okay, triple dot is coming, and here date also, document date also, it's coming like that only, right? Okay, fine. Now what I will do, uh, see for that one in SAP we have an option that is layout. Okay, first of all I will declare one work area for that layout. Work area
Sir,
layout.
could you repeat it, sir?
Okay, I will repeat it.
Hello?
I will repeat it. I will repeat it. I am declaring one work area here. Okay, work area layout. Right. List underscore layout underscore ALV. See, I'm executing the report here. Okay, the data is coming like this. In the sales document number, the document number is coming like 49. But after that one, three dots are coming. Means something data is there. If we expand this one, then the full document number is coming. And here also, date also is coming like 02.01.1 only is coming. After that one, three digits are coming here. Three dots are coming. If we extend this one, then full year is coming here. The same thing, company name also. I have to expand this one, and here customer name also I have to expand this one. Okay, but I don't want like that. By default, whenever I execute the program, by default all the things should come clearly. Okay, so for that one, SAP is providing one layout. Okay, so I'm declaring for the layout one work area here. Okay, work area layout type list underscore layout underscore ALB. SAP is providing this one, this structure here. Okay, now I will fill this structure. I mean, I will fill this work area and I will pass this work area to the function module. Perform fill layout. Okay, this is work area only. This is not internal table, only work area. Okay, I am filling the layout here. Work area layout icon. Okay, so I'm filling the work area. So in this work area layout, I have one field that is call width underscore optimize. Okay, call width underscore optimize equal to X. Okay, if you double click, I mean, I want to get to know how many fields are available in this work area. Okay, lot of fields are available. If you double click on the structure name, okay, so it is containing this many of fields here. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. I mean, lot of fields are there, right? So maximum we don't use all the fields here. Okay, 2-3 fields like that we will use in our real time. Okay, as of now I am using call width underscore optimize, the first one only. Okay, in the structure I am using this one. Now click on back button. So I'm filling the work area like this, work area layout. In this work area I have one field that is call width underscore optimize. I am passing the value equal to x. Okay, and after that one, this work area name I have to pass to the function module, right? So display VBAK is coming here, and here ls underscore layout is coming. Okay, ls underscore layout. So my work area name is work area layout. Right, now save it, check it, activate it. Now execute the program. I'm clicking on execute button. If you see here, the document number, full document number is coming, full date is coming, and full company code and full customer name. Okay, automatically it will adjust. Okay, automatically it will adjust by passing call width underscore optimize equal to x to the layout. Okay, this is one layout. So for this layout I am doing something changes here. Okay, and one more thing, and here I want to display this code with this data into some alternate colors. Okay, so for that one also we will go for layout only. Okay, in layout I have one more field, work area layout hyphen zebra. Okay, zebra equal to x. Just activate it. With the program, already I am passing the work area to the function module. Means in this work area two fields I am filling. Okay, one is zebra equal to x and one more is call width underscore optimize equal to x. Okay, I am trying to execute the program. See here, so first one is something light color and little bit thick color is coming. For the second line alternate colors are coming here like zebra. Okay, and if you want to apply something colors, okay, so colors also possible. Okay, so I will show you in the next screen. So here this is the first screen, I mean screen number 0. Okay, the screen number 0 I am displaying sales document number, document date, company code, company name, document type, customer number, name, city. Right now I will double click on any sales document number. Okay, I will double click on any sales document number, then I have to go to next screen. Okay, in the next screen I want to display sales item information plus billing item information. Okay, these two details I want to display. Fine. So what is the event for that one? I am double clicking here. Okay, I am double clicking on sales document number. Okay, double clicking means user command event will trigger here. Okay, so where is the event internal table? Here only. Okay, and here already one event is there. Okay, top of page event is there. Now I am passing one more event in this internal table. Name equal to user command. Work area so event hyphen form equal to UC. Something you can take any name here. This is not fixed here. Okay, and after that one append work area SO event to IT event. Sorry, SO event, right? After that one, I will clear the work area. Okay, after append statement, you have to clear the work areas. How many work areas are participating to fill this internal table? Those all work areas we have to clear. Okay. Now, so if you pass the event name and the form name like this. Okay. Now this event internal table name I am passing to the function module. Okay, I am passing to the function module. So I will execute the data. So first screen is coming. I mean screen number 0 is coming here. Okay, I am double clicking on something record sales document number. Okay, so at that time it will check any user command event is there or not in this function module. Okay, user command event is available in this event internal table. Okay, so it will check. So which form is handling this event functionality. Okay, the farm name is UC. Okay, farm name is UC. So here it will call like perform UC. Okay, s5 ucom s5 ucom and slice underscore cell field. Okay, so in the backend system will call like this. So whenever user command event will trigger, at that time one form will be there. Okay, so that form will handle the event here. Okay, so in the backend the perform will call like this. Okay, form UC, I am giving the UC name here, user command. Okay, so same thing will call here perform UC using. So here two inputs are there. Okay, so by default it will pass two inputs here. Okay, that is a s5-ucom. Okay, s5-ucom and slice underscore cell field. Okay, these two inputs it is passing here. Okay, now I have to declare this form and end form. Right, at the end of the program, I am calling that, I mean I am declaring that form and end form, form UC and end form. Okay, end form. But here it is exporting, I mean it is using, okay, it is using two inputs here, s5-ucom and slice underscore cell field. Two inputs it is passing here, but I have to save this one here. Okay, I have to save this one in this form and end form. Okay, so if you understand so how I am filling the field catalog here? So I am calling one perform here fill fcat and using two variables I am using here. Okay, two variables I am using here. So where I am declaring this one, I am declaring here. Okay, form name and using here value I am taking. Okay, value I am taking, and this value it is coming to in one variable. Okay, it is coming into one variable, and here also it is coming into one variable. Two input parameters are there. So here two values it is taking here. Okay, the same way here also they are passing two inputs here. Okay, two inputs here, but this is not single variable. Okay, this is not single variable, this is the work area with some it is one total row information it is passing here. Okay, so that is why I am taking here using a like s5-ucom and wa type slice underscore cell field. Okay, so here I am declaring this wa here. Okay, I am declaring this wa and the type is slice underscore cell field, and here also I am declaring one variable a, and the I am declaring by using s5-ucom. Okay, here a and wa. Okay, a and wa I am taking here. Okay, so if I double click on any record, okay, if I double click on any record, then this list underscore cell field is the work area, right? It will contain. So on which field we have double clicked? On which field we have double clicked? VBLN. Okay, on which record? record name is 4969. Okay, and the row number on which row we are double clicking, the row number is 10. Okay, so these are all information it will contain. Self field will contain this all information. Okay, now I'm getting the information into this WA work area. Okay, now I'm getting the information into this WA. Okay, now I will check here if WA hyphen field name equal to VBLN. Okay, so in the first screen, I mean in the screen number 0, okay, the screen number 0, sales order number is there, document date is there, company code is there, like there's a lot of information is available here. Okay, if I double click on sales document number, then only I have to go for next screen. If I double click on company code or if I double click on any customer number, I don't want to go to next screen. Okay, so here if I double click on any sales document number, then only I have to go to next screen, right? If SPY hyphen, sorry, if WA hyphen field name equal to VBLN, then only I want to execute my code. End. Okay, now you have to fill the data as usually. Okay, you have to fill the data as usually, and here this work area hyphen value one field is there. Okay, work area hyphen value that will contain the sales document number on which record we are double clicking, right? The document number it will contain. Okay, work area hyphen value equal to 4969. Okay, so field name equal to VBLN and value equal to 4969. Just I'm taking this is the example, that's it. This is not fixed here. Okay, now based on this number, okay, based on this number, I can get VBAP information. Select VBLN. Postner. So how many fields I have to take here? Let me check. Sales document number, item number, material number, and quantity. Right. So material number Mattner, quantity KWMENZ. Okay, and remaining fields are from billing information, right? So from VBAP into table IT VBAP. Okay, where VBLN equal to work area hyphen value. Okay, so the sales document number is coming here. Okay, 4969 is coming here. Now save it, check it. So IT VBAP is unknown. I did not declare IT VBAP till now. Okay, so now I want to declare that VBAP. I will declare it now, and after that one, I will declare. Okay, and I will write one more select query here. So the select query for VBRP. Okay, so sales information is coming from VBAP and billing information will come from VBRP. Select VBLN and I will mention, okay, I will mention there. Post now. AUBL, AUPOS. So what is this AUBL, AUPOS? I will declare that one, and quantity also. Quantity I don't know exactly. I will mention later. From VBRP into table IT VBRP. Okay, for all entries in IT VBAP. Okay, where AUBL equal to IT VBAP VBLN and AUPOS equal to IT VBAP AUPOS. This is the link fields. I will show you the table level. Okay, so first of all, I have to get to know what is the quantity field here. In the VBRP, what is the quantity field here? So VBRP is the billing document number data, and here FKIMZ quantity is there, so I will take that quantity here, FKIMZ. Okay. Now save it. So first of all, I have to declare the ITBBAP and ITBBRP, right? So I will declare that one now. So this is the declaration part. Okay, include name is declaration part, and here I am declaring the internal tables and work areas. All right. So before that one, I have to declare the types. Types begin of TY underscore VBAP. The field names of TY underscore VBAP. Okay, and here I will mention type VBAP hyphen. Okay, this is the sales document number. SO number. This is the item number. So item number. This is the material number. This is the quantity. Quantity is coming here. Fine. Next, I have to declare one type for VBRP. Types begin of TY underscore VBRP. Okay. Now I have to take the fields here. Okay. So the field names I'm copying here. Sorry. I'm just copying the field names, and I will go for declaration part, and I will paste here. And here type VBRP hyphen. I will copy this one and I will paste to the next line also. Field names I'm copying here and I will paste here. End of TY underscore VBRP. Okay, I will keep commas here. The descriptions, we have to maintain the description. Okay, this is the billing number. Okay. And see here, this is the VBAP, VBLN. Okay, so this is the sales document number. The field is available in VBAP. That is why this is the sales document number. Same field VBELN only. Okay, same field VBELN only in VBRP also available. Okay, but this is the billing document number. Okay, billing document number, and here this is the billing item number. Okay, billing item number, and here this is the sales document number. Okay, so in VBRP, if you want to get sales information, then AUBEL. Okay, this is the field for sales document number. Okay, and this is the sales item number. Okay, AUBEL and AUPOS. Okay, and here I am getting VBELN and poster, sales document number and item number I am getting here. So these two fields I will pass to AUBEL and AUPOS here. Okay, AUBEL and AUPS I will pass here. And this is the billing quantity. Billing quantity, fine. So the data, I mean, I'm declaring the types here, okay, for these fields, but final type I did not declare till now, right? I will declare the final one now. Types begin of TY underscore SO underscore billing, okay, SO underscore billing. The field names I will copy from here. Field names I'm copying from there and billing information, right? So billing information VBELN and posta. And okay, I will take these things also. Okay, end of TY underscore SO underscore bill. And here, if you see, VBELN is coming, and one more VBELN is coming here. Okay, this is the VBELN sales document number, and this is the billing document number. Okay, so this is the final structure, right? Now, what I will do in place of see VBELN and VBELN, two VBELNs are coming in the same structure, but it won't allow here. Okay, it won't allow two structures in a, I mean two fields, I mean two same fields in the same structure. Duplicates it won't allow here. So what I will do in place of VBELN, I will take bill number. Okay, bill number, and this is the bill item. Okay, bill item, and here SO number, SO number, and this is the SO item. Okay, so this is the final one. So I am not changing the ITBBAP and ITBBRP. Okay, I am changing the field names in the final structure here. Fine. Now I will declare the internal tables and work areas here. IT VB AP type table of TY underscore VB AP work area VB AP type TY VB AP IT VBRP type table of TY underscore VBRP and work area VBRP type TY underscore VBRP and IT SO bill type table of TY underscore SO underscore bill and work area SO bill type TY underscore SO underscore bill. So I'm declaring the work areas and internal tables here. Save and activate it. Click on back button. I will go to the work program. Okay, here I'm getting the data. Okay, here I'm getting the data of sales information and billing information, right? No component exists with the name of AUPOS. Okay, fine. It's available. AUPOS is available. Fine, this one, right? Save and check it. Activate it. Okay, so I'm writing the select query here, but I will take one perform here. Okay, I'm not taking any select queries directly here. Okay, perform get SO bill information. Okay, so I am I'm declaring on perform here. Okay, get as per bill information here. Okay, just double click on this one. So click on S button, select the fetch data here. Okay, so I will cut it, the select queries, I will cut it. Okay, and I will paste here. So I'm getting the data here. Okay, I'm getting the sales and billing information here. I will open the tables here /o AC11. So VBAP, click on display button. So something data I am executing here. Okay, so the document number 4970 I am taking. Okay, 4970 and item number 10 I am taking. Control C and I will go for VBRP/O AC11 VBRP, right? VBRP. This is the billing information. Okay, this is the billing information. The link fields. The link fields is VBAP VBLN equal to VBRP AUBEL and VBAP Postner equal to VBRP AUPOS. Okay, this is the link fields here. Okay, so in the VBAP VBELN you have to pass to VBRP AUBEL and Postner to AUPOS. Okay, same thing I will pass here. This is the VBRP table. Okay, VBRP table. Click on this button and here AUBL and AUPOS are not coming here. Okay, AUBL and AUPOS are not coming in the input field. So what I will do, I will add the input fields here. Okay, how can we add the input fields in the table level? Click on settings button, fields for selection. Okay, and here you have to search for that one. Okay, click on Control F, AUBL. Okay, just click on this one. So AUBL is coming, sales document number. Okay, and AUPOS, sales document item number. Click on OK button. Okay, here AUBL and AUPS is coming here. Now click on, paste that one 4970 and item number equal to 10, right? Click on number of entries, data is available or not, I don't know exactly. So click on number of entries here. So 3 records are available. Okay, now click on execute button. Here total information is coming. Okay, total information is coming, but I don't want like that. Okay, I don't want like that. Okay, I want to display only billing document number, billing item number, sales document number, sales item number and quantity. These fields information only I want to display in the table level. Okay, so for that one what we will do, just click on settings button and format list is there. Okay, format list and choose fields is there. Okay, so field here, fields for selection means it is for input values. Okay, so input values, if you want to add any input value, then we will go for field for selection. Okay, in the output it is displaying all the column information, but I don't want to display all the column information, just I want to display 3-4 fields information, that's it. Okay, so at that time I will go for first one, format list, and click on choose fields here. Okay, so it is the checkbox is selecting for all fields here, but I don't want to take all fields here, so unselect all the fields here. This is the unselect. Okay, or deselect all fields here. Okay, now I want EBLN, post now, FKIMZ and AUBL and AUPOS, right? AUBL. Okay, this is the AUBL and AUPOS. Click on apply button. Now click on execute button. Okay, for the single document number, for the item only. Okay, for the single document number item only. So how they are billing here? They are generating 3 times. Okay, they are generating 3 billings here. Okay, for single document. Okay, for single document, for single item. For example, okay, so you are the customer. Okay, customer is ordering. Okay, customer is ordering mobiles 2. Okay, mobiles 2, laptop 1, just assume they are ordering something, 2 mobiles and 1 laptop. Okay, so you something, just assume like you only, you are ordering in the Flipkart or Amazon 2 mobiles and 1 laptop. Okay, so at that time one PO will generate for your reference. Okay, PO number will generate for your reference. PO number equal to 1929. Okay, 1929, and item number equal to 10 here or 1. Okay, item number 1 and 1929 only at the same time. Okay, same time you are generating, you are ordering 2 items here. Okay, same time you are ordering 2 items here. So now what I'm doing here, I'm generating 1 PO. Okay, only 1 PO but 2 items here. Okay, mobile and laptop, 2 items here. Okay, the document number is same here. This is for your reference, customer reference. Okay, now coming to the company reference. Okay, company reference. So here they will generate, okay, they will generate SO. Okay, so based on this, okay, based on this PO they will generate one SO. Okay, so here SO number equal to, okay, 4 nines. Okay, 4 nines, and the item number 1 mobiles. Okay, mobiles 2. Okay, and same document number only. Okay, item number 2, this is the laptop. Okay, laptop 1. Okay, so this is the sales information, this is in the company purpose. Okay, this is for company purpose. Here only one document number generating but 2 items are coming here. Okay, now I have to deliver this product to the customer, right? But as of now I don't have 2 mobiles, I have only 1 mobile only.